Hello everyone. Today I am going to take up the session 14 of green techniques. Okay. Let us see the contents of this session. First one is careful use of protecting and deprotecting agents, and the second one is the use of catalytic reagents. Okay. What are the learning objectives of this session? To study the careful use of protecting and deprotecting agents and to discuss the use of catalytic reagents. Alright. What are the session outcomes? At the end of the session, students will understand the careful use of protecting and deprotecting agents. Students will also learn the various uses of catalytic reagents. Okay. Now, let us concentrate on the careful use of protecting agents. There are two parts in this: protection of OH group and protection of CO group. Okay. In case an organic compound contains two reactive groups and we would like to use only one of these groups, then the other group has to be protected. When the reaction is completed, the protecting group is removed. Alright. Consider the example of 3-hydroxybenzaldehyde. So, this is the reactant 3-hydroxybenzaldehyde, which reacts with benzyl chloride to give 3-benzyloxybenzaldehyde. Okay. So, this is the product, which in turn undergoes oxidation to give 3-benzyloxybenzoic acid. Okay. This undergoes hydrolysis in the presence of dilute hydrochloric acid to give 3-hydroxybenzoic acid. Okay. So, this is the product formed. This type of reactions are common in the synthesis of fine chemicals, pharmaceuticals, pesticides, etc. In this reaction, benzyl chloride, which is a hazard, and the waste generated after deprotection should be handled very carefully. Okay. Now, let us see another reaction which involves the protection of a keto group by using 1,2-ethane diol. Alright. So, this is 1,2-ethane diol. This will react with the methyl 2-oxocyclohexane carboxylate, okay, to give this product. This will react with the alkyl magnesium bromide, formula is RMgR, to give magnesium complex. This is the magnesium complex formed. Okay. This on reaction with hydronium ion, that is H3O plus, to give dialkyl derivative. Okay. Here two R groups are there, that means dialkyl derivative is obtained. Alright. Thus, the protecting group should be added to the reactions only in stoichiometric amounts, and they must be removed after the completion of the reaction. Okay. Since these protecting groups are not incorporated into the final product, their use makes the reaction less atom economical. Therefore, the use of protective group should be avoided. Okay. Now, let us see the careful use of deprotecting agents. Carboxylic group is normally protected by benzyl group. Alright. After the reaction, the deprotection of benzyl ester is done by using potassium carbonate or aluminum chloride, etc. Most of the deprotection procedures give moderate yields and require longer time, but the microwave procedure requires only 3 to 10 minutes, and the yields are also very high, of the order of 89 to 92%. Okay. Now, here is an example: 4-alkyl, R is alkyl group, or H, you can see here 4-alkyl benzyl ester reacts with acidic alumina, okay, in the presence of microwaves, okay, just in 7 minutes to give 4 alkyl benzoic acid. Okay, if R is H, then it is benzoic acid. If R is CH3, then 4 methyl benzoic acid. Okay. Now, uses of or advantages of catalytic reagents. Okay. So, better yields. So, this is one of the advantages of catalytic reagents. Okay. So, under this we are going to study 3 examples: hydrogenation, and then reaction of benzoyl chloride with aqueous potassium cyanide, and then oxidation of toluene. Okay. Now, first one is hydrogenation. So, propene undergoes hydrogenation in the presence of nickel catalyst, okay, to give propane. So, an alkane, or in other words, gets converted into an alkane. Okay. So, this is the hydrogenation reaction. Okay. Second one is reaction of benzyl chloride with the aqueous potassium cyanide in the presence of phase transfer catalyst, okay, to give what? Benzyl cyanide. All right. And what is the yield of this product? 90%. Okay. And the third reaction is toluene, okay, undergoes oxidation in the presence of aqueous potassium permanganate and crown ether to give what? Benzoic acid. Okay. And the yield of this product formed is 85%. All right. Now, next is better utilization of starting materials. Now, under this there are 2 examples: hydrolysis of acetyl and reaction of propane with carbon monoxide and methyl alcohol. Okay. So, first let us see the hydrolysis of acetylene. So, acetylene undergoes hydrolysis. You can see here acetylene undergoes hydrolysis with the dilute sulfuric acid and in the presence of mercury sulfide catalyst to give one acetaldehyde. Okay. And this is the equation: CH triple bond CH plus H2O, okay, gives one CH3CHO. So, this is the product formed. All right. Second example is propane. What is the formula? CH3C triple bond CH. Propane reacts with carbon monoxide and methyl alcohol in the presence of palladium catalyst to form methyl methacrylate. What is the formula of this product? CH3, C double bond CH2, C double bond O, and then OCH3. Okay. So, this is methyl methacrylate. Okay. Now, in addition to these beneficial catalysts, there is significant advantage in the energy requirement also. Okay. So, a very important advantage of the use of catalysis is the better utilization of starting materials and minimum waste product formation. Okay. With this session is over. All right. Thank you.